Hey everyone, welcome to the new studio layout. Same studio, just in a different order. When should you pay your techs? Not just audio techs, lighting techs, all of them, video, graphic designers, all of those things. When should you pay them? Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining the channel. I'm Justin Edmonds. Make sure you hit subscribe down there. That's that big red button. That helps me know that you really want to see my content. Also, hit that thumb button that looks like this. Just kind of smash it or click on it or whatever you want to call it. That helped me get some more analytics, helps the algorithm of the YouTubes work. So make sure you comment down below too. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me, when do you think that techs should get paid, if techs should get paid, and how much you think they should get paid. So I think that that is the big question that a lot of people ask, is when should techs get paid, should they get paid, and how much they should get paid. I'm just repeating myself, so let's just get to it. So I think what really comes down to this is a few different things. I think that this question comes up a ton, but me and a colleague were talking about this earlier this week, and we said, you know, like, what is the church's hesitation to paying a tech? And a lot of times I think that there's lack of money. I think that sometimes they don't think that it's worth it. Sometimes they just go, they're willing to give it up for free. Why would I pay for that? And I personally feel that not every single person on your tech team should get paid. I do firmly believe in volunteers, but I do firmly believe that Paul states, I believe, and don't quote me on this, I'll see if I can look it up and I'll put it in the description down below. I believe in Timothy, Paul says that things that you do for the kingdom should be handsomely rewarded. And I think that he's meaning two different things. I think that there's the spiritual meaning to that, and then there's the physical meaning to that. And I think that the spiritual meaning is obvious, is that as we do things for the kingdom, we're gonna get heavenly rewarded. But I also believe that he means that, like, everything we do here on earth for the kingdom should be rewarded with earthly things as well as heavenly things. And now, obviously, that's different. I don't think that sound techs should be getting paid more than the senior pastor. I don't think that techs should be getting paid more than the senior pastor, anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think that their time is valuable. So yes, I agree that sound techs should get paid. Whether that is just for Sunday, because that's all you as the church can afford, or if that is maybe paying them for like a day a week plus Sunday, where they're coming in for maybe just maintenance and also like practice. Maybe that's what it is. But I do think that they deserve to be paid. Now that question's been answered, what is the next part of that question? How much should they get paid? That's a really tricky question, because I live here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the cost of living and a day rate for a tech is different here than it is a couple hours south of us in Chicago. So I think that really is going to need to depend on your area. But I am a firm believer in paying in the church the same, if not more, than what the industry standard is. Now, there's an IATSE union group everywhere in the country. They're massive union, and they have rates. And I think that you should be paying your tech no less than what you would pay a tech from the union to come in. That's my personal opinion. I've done sound on Sunday mornings for anywhere between $100 and $300 for Sunday morning. I think that as I've gotten older and the more experienced I've become, the more valuable my time is, because you have to understand that there's a level of consistency you get with that. There's another level of expectation that you get to have as the senior pastor of the church for paying your techs. And then there's also, like, remember, we're taking people away from their time with their family. You know, for me, I have 4 kids and a wife that when I have to run sound Sunday morning, I have to get there at 7:30. I have to help set up because we're a portable church. I have to help tear down. I have to run sound check. I have to run service. So I'm there from 7:30, 8 o'clock, all the way up until like 12:30. So that's quite a bit of time. That's about 4 hours. That's a half day. And I don't get paid at my church because I do volunteering. We're also pretty small. But when I run at other churches here in town, like when someone is out, I get paid about $300, and that is usually for about a 4-hour session. And that is practices, couple services. They also feed me breakfast and snacks, things like that. So I think that those are all really important things. Now, I am not saying that every single tech is worth $300. That's not what I'm saying. Please hear me. What I'm saying is that I feel that there needs to be a combination of two things. I firmly am a believer in apprenticeships, and I think that everyone needs to start off as a volunteer. Because I want the heart to be good. I want them to learn things. If they can't run a service and have things fall apart, then maybe they don't deserve to be paid yet. We were talking and we kind of landed on this decision of like, when do we think tech should be able to get paid? And I'm a firm believer in this, once we've talked and kind of hashed this all out, is that if I can walk away, if I could wipe my soundboard or my lighting board and have my volunteer, be able to pass sound within 20 minutes, just pass sound. Doesn't have to sound good, doesn't have to have all the EQs, just pass sound to the sound system to make sure we can have service. I believe that that is worth paying them. Period. If they can make service happen at a bare zero, as if they pull a soundboard or a lighting board out of the box, and in 20 minutes they were able to, sorry, my nose is just itching. If they can pull a lighting board or a computer or a soundboard out of the box and in 20 minutes or so, be able to pass audio, pass video, control lights on a basic level to have a service. That's all I'm asking. They deserve to get paid, because that is a skill that not everyone has. When you sit there and you look in your congregation and you go, how many people in this congregation could do that? And if the answer is, I don't know, or I don't think any of them could, you deserve to be paying your tech. So no one, my colleague made this comment, and I think that I never thought of it this way, but it made sense. No one would ever expect a pastor to stand up there every single Sunday and give a message and not pay them, would they? I know I wouldn't. I don't think you would. I think that there's a level of, if you are a pastor and you get paid to be the pastor of the church, and someone else's church asks you to come and speak for a Sunday, you don't expect them to pay you for that. Some of you may, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that either. I'm just saying, you probably wouldn't expect every single time you guest speak at someone in your town's church to get paid for that. I get that. But I don't think that you should be expecting to pay every single volunteer that you have. But they are normally 1 or 2 people in your church that are your tech people. Every single Sunday, they're there. Every single Sunday, they're setting up. They're making sure things are working. They're making sure that the problems are fixed. They are the people that deserve to get paid, just like you, the pastor, deserves to get paid. And that's an important thing, because it's going to do a couple things for them. It's going to make them feel like what they're doing is worth it. Even if they already kind of feel that way, it just adds to that. Will give them more ownership, and it lets you hold them to a little bit more of a standard because you are paying them. I think that that's a good, healthy thing to be done. So again, I don't know what you should be paying in individual things. Like if you're in Houston, maybe $300 is too little. Maybe it's $600. If you're in, Alpena, Michigan, maybe $300 is way too much. Maybe it's $100. Because it's super simple and we have, an organ and a pastor that's up there and we're live streaming. Okay, that's just enough that we need to pay someone to make sure that it's consistent. Cool, let's throw them $100. That is really gonna be up to you guys. I would suggest that you make people volunteer. Don't even tell them that you're gonna pay them. Just get them to volunteer. After they've been volunteering for a while, they get to a point where you feel like, hey man, like these guys are good. They're here every week. They've been really consistent. They've been really reliable. They know what they're doing. Pull them aside and say, hey, we'd really like to start paying you because we want to bless you. And we feel that when you do things for the kingdom, it's worth getting paid. And we want to make sure that you guys do that. And maybe they'll decline. Maybe they just say, no, this is my gift to the church and I don't want to get paid. Maybe that's what it is. And if so, that's great. But I just think that it's worth giving the offer and trying to do it. So Guys, that's it. Super simple. I just think that's really important that we talk about that as we move into 2021. You guys are doing a great job. Love all the stuff that I've been seeing online. Make sure you comment down below. Tell me if you're getting paid. How much do you think you should be getting paid? And like, how often do you volunteer? I'd like to know that too. Tell me your responsibilities, because I know a lot of you, like myself, wear a lot of hats on Sunday morning. So make sure you comment down below, subscribe, check me out on Facebook and Instagram, Justin Edmonds Official. Would love to have more community. This is not just me wanting to talk to a camera. I want to talk to you guys. I want to interact with you. I want to get to know who you are, what you're doing. Love to learn from you and also like help you guys if you need it. So again, thanks so much. And until next time, I'm Justin.